What's up, everyone? As you might or might not be aware, effective May 7, 2022, there have been some changes in the HST rules on the assignment sales. And today, my video is going to cover that particular topic. But before I proceed, I want to thank you so much for tuning in. And if you are new, welcome to my channel, where we try to cover topics that are of interest to you on real estate and mortgages. So make sure to like, share, and tap that bell icon so you get notified anytime I share an informative video. And of course, if you find the information provided is of value, then all I ask is to hit the subscription button to get me motivated to keep you up to date with everything real estate. Let's start with a small story, shall we? A few days ago, I got a call from this very sweet lady and she was panicking. And she called me after watching all my videos on assignments and HST rebates. And her concerns were all these rumors that were going around. You know, that the assigner or the seller will have to pay HST on the whole purchase price, plus taxes on profits, plus HST on profits, basically giving away all the money that they make on taxes and HST. That's a lot of money to lose. So after listening to her concerns and advising her on how things really work, it got me thinking, are people aware of all the rules that are out there? A lot of properties have been sold on assignments lately. It's the in thing nowadays. Everyone is getting into assignment sales. I mean, think about it, right? The builders are approving the assignments, the real estate agents are selling and buying assignments, lawyers are happily closing all these assignments. Everyone is doing their bit and everyone is getting paid. And CRA is sitting behind, waiting for all of you to finish the dance, and then they come knocking on the assigner's door saying, "Excuse me, where's my portion of the loot?" So I decided to make this video to inform you of all the changes that are in effect today. I'm going to break it down for you and I will try to make it as simple as I possibly can. First, I would advise you to subscribe and then go watch the videos that I have already done on assignments and HST. I have covered all the basics in them, so I won't have to repeat all that that I've already done in the videos before. So let me start by reminding you that an assigned property is treated as a new product and it is subject to HST. And mind you, these rules that I'm going to talk about were always in existence. They are the HST rules. But in the past, and I'm talking about before May 7th, like 10 days ago, the government said, okay, make your profit. We already charged the HST. We won't ding you further. Just pay your taxes on the profit, complete the HST rebate portion. We call it a day. They really did not have the time or the energy to focus on the random assignments happening here and there. People were happy and they continued to buy pre-construction 4 and 5 properties at a time. They were willing to pay fees, taxes, etc. because they knew that when they go to resell that property on an assignment, they will make far more money as compared to leaving their money in stocks and bonds in the bank. But people are people and people get greedy. The builders are already selling the unit at an anticipated future market price. And then the original buyer is selling it at $200,000 more than the original price. So CRA said, okay, if this is how the game is being played, let us dip our fingers in it too. See, when something happens in a small scale, it's easy to ignore. But when it grows to the extent the assignment sales did in the past, like 2-3 years, literally in your face, it's bound to get noticed. And it did. And CRA realized that they have left a lot of money on the table in the past. Now it's time to pay the Pied Piper. And they decided to hone in on the HST that they were ignoring and not charging in the past. So first and foremost, I want to tell you that you as the assigner are not paying HST on the new sale price. You can breathe. You are paying HST on 2 components. HST on the return of the original deposit, and I'll explain it, don't worry, and HST on the profits For example, let's say you bought a pre-construction property from the builder for $500,000 as an investment and paid $100,000 as the deposit. Now remember, the HST is already a part of this purchase, which includes the deposit that you've already given. So the $100,000 deposit includes HST already. Now you decided to sell the property for $700,000, making a profit of $200,000. Let's assume you're living in a fantastic world and there are no fees. Now, not only is the $200,000 considered your income for the year, the seller will also have to pay HST on the $200,000, which amounts to around $26,000, and HST on the original $100,000, which amounts to around $13,000, making it a total HST payment of $39,000. If you are not prepared for that, well. Now the logic behind this rule is actually very simple. You go directly to the builder to buy a property. Since that property is new, it is treated like a commodity. It is subject to HST. Now all you have in your hand is the agreement with that builder, which now you are selling. So according to CRA, 9 out of 10 times they will consider you as the builder, because you are now selling this new commodity for a profit that has not hit the market yet. You are selling your agreement with the builder for a profit, right? Now you have given the builder $100,000 as the deposit, and that has HST included in it. And you are now taking the agreement and selling it for a profit of $200,000, but it's still a new commodity. And since the builder has already covered a huge chunk of the HST in the original calculation of the original purchase price, CRA will take the HST on the difference, which is your profit. So you see, you're not paying HST on the whole purchase price because HST is already covered on the original purchase price. But because you get the $100,000 deposit back, you have to pay back the HST, because remember, the $100,000 includes the HST already. You just did not know it. Now in the past, people got away with this. But today, with the number of assignments going through and each and every deposit being linked to your name, your SIN number, and thanks to FinTrack, CRA can track you and they can actually go back 7 years. So in a layman's language, if you are selling the property on an assignment and it's closing any time on or after May 7th, then you are, as a seller, have 3 payments to make to CRA. 1, 13% HST on the profits earned, income tax on the profits earned, and HST on the original deposit given to the builder. Always weigh your pros and cons. Talk to an accountant and do the math. Honestly, it's not that difficult. If you have to see the cost of holding on to a property for a year, costs like lawyer fees, levy charges, land transfer tax, that can be a killer in itself. The mortgage payments, maintenance fees, and property taxes for a whole year, as compared to selling the property, where you pay real estate fees, lawyer fees, assignment fees to the builder, the builder's lawyer fees, taxes, and now additional HST payments. You will be surprised that 8 out of 10 times, selling on an assignment might actually work out to be cheaper, especially if the property is in Toronto. Well, on that note, I am signing off. I really hope that this information was useful, and if you need more clarification, just call me. My information is in the description box below. And yes, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share these videos. Your support is truly, truly appreciated, and that keeps me motivated. So see you next week.